Damn, I died 9 times.
You have been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Shanks, I'm so
Launch
sorry
attack.
for playing like this.
Killing spree. Launch attack. An ally has been slain. Your team destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain. Mega kill. Superb AoE. Shut down. Enemy killing spree.
Damn, it's taking so long.
Initiate retreat.
Report me, actually.
Enemy killing spree.
Oh, what is this?
You have slain an enemy. Our turret is under attack.
They're coming
Our
back.
turret has been destroyed. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. An ally has been slain. Initiate retreat. Attack the Lord. Enemy attacking the Lord. Initiate retreat.
I'm gonna hide now.
An enemy has been slain. Enemy rampage.
Who are all these people?
Enemy unstoppable. An enemy
Enemy
has
battle
been
spell
slain.
on
An enemy
CD.
has been slain.
Can end no.
Gather at the Lord.
Request backup. Attack the Lord. Your team destroyed a turret.
Enemy equipment on CD.
An ally has slain Lord. An ally has been slain.
They're taking
Instant
me in.
kill.
Well played. Launch attack. Shut down. Killing spree. Shut down.
I
Enemy
am
rampage.
also very bad. Okay,
Victory.
Should do. Nice, nice. You can come in lobby if you wanna watch. Underdogs, underdogs.
A sandstorm may slow us down, but it can never stop our spirit. The tribe elder always said I was a dreamer. Well, looks like dreams can come true.
Simple. Bye.
Hello. Me too.
Okay. Sora. Wow. Damn. Bro is jungle. Alright. I guess they can hear me.
Your team is banning.
So let's directly go in. Alright, we see CRQ will be onto the blue side. I don't know the name of the other team though. This is not CRQ directly though,
Your
but they
team
is gonna
is
be the
banning.
underdog ones. Super Kev. I know this dude. Anyway, look at the bands coming through from both of the sides. You can see the Hilda already taken away by the red team, and the blue side, yeah, of course, that is your own home team. They'll be removing the Jushin. Of course, that is a hero you really, really want to remove onto the first and foremost. This could be another ban onto the Roma if they wanted to, but the Sora is also still out there. But there's also a fact that this is also a tryout. It's a kind of a test scrims together. So you might want to keep it open and try to play it so that you'll be able to put it on the real tournaments. But hey, it's definitely going to be a good test if they ban it away. But here you go, it's going to be the Yuzhong taken away. Pretty sure that it could have been a very, very good first pick for the side of CRQ though. But nevertheless, Yuzhong has been rising in popularity. Always a good first pick whenever you have that hero. There's a free dive into the backlines most of the time, and you can't really win against him into the lane too. And I think this is also the reason why they kind of have to remove it too. Onto the other side, what is a good red side ban? Either you want to remove all the jungle potential, because I feel like CRQ are really, really good in the assassins. So Lancelot Sora is actually one they want to ban away. Okay, not a complaint though. Sora. Oh, what could be a ban here for CRQ? Eve will be banned by red side if there is an option. The Grog is still also out there in the open, the Kalea as well. Fanny, Lancelot, Jungle? I don't think Jungle should be banned by CRQ though. Yeah, that should be a greater choice. The Lapu. Although Lapu can be directly countered out when you have an Esmeralda, but I'm pretty sure it's okay because they really want to try it out who's the hero that they want to go for, and I'm pretty sure they'll be able to do it too. But here, they should take away the youth if they want to play against the youth too. It's not a problem because it's one of the top majors right now, and if you want to play against it, you want to train yourself to try to have a good composition to play against the Eve also. But I also like to think that this could be a jungle ban as well. But if you have a lot of jungles in your options, you can actually trade it out too. So that is a big one. Gap cap. Mr. Gap cap, you want to ban away the Grog? No problem. So first pick here. What is a good first pick? I'm so obsessed with the Eve, the Lancelot, the Eve. But now there's a lot of options for the jungle here, so they can go for a solid one. Yuzong, by the way, that is a very solid choice of the first pick, and the Lapu also, but these two heroes are gone. And the Sora was too. You cannot first pick the Kalea either. The Lancelot is a good first pick, but Gatot. Oh, still they want to go for the Gatot, no problem. But now they should be I'm pretty sure in this kind of scrims, you wanna go for heroes that you wanna play in a certain composition. So for Cav and MM, I think they are pretty sure what they are gonna be playing it out. Against a Gata, you don't wanna play the heroes that are immobile, like the mazes, especially like the Farsa or the Eve, or yeah, those heroes that have to cast their spell while they remain standing. Yeah, that's what immobile means, of course. But hey, they can go for an active roamer too together. The Kalea is also there, but if you don't really want to play the Kalea when you are against the Gato or the Eve either. Okay, the Hylos is a solid choice, but I don't know about the Eve because there is already a dive competition coming through from the side of CRQ. So if they go for the Lancelot right now, it will be a super good pick. But then again, the Hylos is already there, but I don't think the Hylos does have that much of a damage. I mean, much of a crowd control that can stop any kind of assassins. But okay, they still want to play with the Yi Shen. I got to think about the Yi Shen and the first combination and a deny onto the Eve is that when you play a Yi Shen together with the Eve, that is a full-on deadly combination, and you do not want to do that. Of course, you want to counter out the Eve trying to pick out the assassins, but I'm pretty sure they want to practice out onto how they are going to be playing the Yi Shen. And the first side is a very solid choice if you want to go against these Eve. It's not about the poke into the early start of the game because, of course, in poking games, the Eve should be winning. It's about how you want to outrange the ultimate, and of course Versa has the best range, the best AoE into the tournament, into the game, so you actually want to play it against the Eve. So that is what is happening for the side of CRQ, and send on to the Versa. Not a complaint, but now that they pick away for Zero May, now that he picked away the assassin that is the Hayabusa, it's a very solid choice to go against the Versa and the Yisun altogether. But the thing about the Hayabusa is that it's gonna be lacking out a little bit on the flexibility because of the nerf that he have onto the second skill, which is a shadow, by the way. And you really want to have a good farm so that you'll be able to counter out these two. And the sole reason why the Hayabusa was picked was so that he will be a great counter against these two backliners, which is the Yishun and the Versa. And of course, the Gatot can be a secondary option. So this makes sense now for CRQ to try to have a very solid XP laner. And one thing about the Yishun is also that you can flex onto the goal as well. So that is also the reason why GapCap decide to ban out onto the Ruby. That is a good hero because when the Yishun appears, it's usually a Ruby onto the goal lane side. It's either the Kimi into the mid side. Now that they don't have the Kimi, it's definitely going to be the Ruby they would want to pick into the gold lane. So you really have to remove that too. They can remove another tanky frontliners here. Esmeralda is also a good ban if they want to ban out the Esmeralda because okay, CRQ they ban away the Arlott. Do they want to play out any heroes that have a good dash? Like the Benedetta? Yeah, that's a bit too much. Yeah, they need to. Okay, nice ban onto the Esmeralda, which was a very expected one. But they are gonna be limited to the choices of the XP here. For their gold lane, no, they want to ban out the Xbox. So this just looks like a Uranus, but do they need a Uranus or do they need a good set hero? That is the question for CRQ here. But for the other side though, they need to pick out the heroes. Harriet's no, if they go for the Harriet's definitely going to be a good choice, but then again the Farsa is going to be the problem. And then he's gonna be needing that much of damage too. What is against a Yishun and a Gata, you really want to have a good magic damage dealer, a good DPS onto the magic side, so that you would want to try to counter this. But then again, yeah, it's gonna be a very great choice if they went for the Harriet though. Okay, CC still a bit of a flex, I would think, but most of the time the CC usually goes into the gold lane side, so. Glue, Mika baby. Do you wanna play out the Galoo? Because that is a very I don't know. Glue is good against the melee heroes. Okay, they were actually hovering around the Uranus. I don't complain about the Uranus or the glue either because I would prefer the glue instead of the Uranus at this point. So this means that the Granger will be into the gold lane. So a very solid choice. But now that the Ruby was run away, I think they are kind of forced to play at the Granger too. So they're gonna have a bit of a dead lane into the gold lane side. So they need this hero, I think, who is gonna be available across the map. I would love the glue though. Nevertheless, that was what we were predicting the Uranus to come to because of the ban onto the Xborg. So last one for Reaper. CC still definitely going to be a flex. But against the Granger, I think the CC can also work very, very well. Claude, this is kind of... Because of the Versa, it's kind of limiting down the choices of marksmen here that can be picked away by Reaper right now. The Moskov could have a problem, even the carry, because they don't have that much of a good range. The Claude is the best option, but then the Claude also kind of struggle against this ranged hero, but it is the best choice that they could go for. So the Hylas and the CC combination is what going to be coming through for the side of the red team. Meanwhile, for CRQ, they are pretty solid, I would say. They have that mid lane advantage. Okay, they don't have the mid advantage. Never mind. They don't have mid advantage. They're gonna be able to. The Eve is supposed to have a good advantage more than the first into the early stage of the game, and it also kind of depends on whether you have a good micro or not. So we have to see how the underdog teams will be performing here. For the other side, though, I'm pretty sure the Hylas will be active, and there's also one fact about the Hylas that I kind of liked. He have a way to slow down the passive activity of Gacha. So Noir, I think you have to really be careful at that. But here we go. Let's see how they'll be able to perform into this first game. This is a Scrim, by the way, not an official tournament. A bit of a tryout. This is the CRQ underdogs we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how they'll be able to pull out with this. I would really, really love the landslide, but hey, the usage and the far side combination is something that eats big. But mid lane though, let's see how it goes, because this is going to be dependent on how the clearance is together with the roam and to the mage, and of course you might want to have a good control onto the mid lane side so that you'll be able to rotate safer and give a little bit of momentum for your team, especially into the gold lane side. But the start of the game, the XP is definitely going to be one of the most important, because you might want to have your XP available for the turtle. And a bit of an odd rotation coming through from the side of Zero May onto that Hayabusa, trying to give out a little bit of a triangle pattern so that he'll be able to get out the lead though and have a good start onto the levels. Not a bad choice. And I think he was able to get the lethal Wanderer too, so that's amazing. But onto the other side, this is kind of an opposite rotation coming through from one of the jungle Seru right now, trying to go into the bot lane side, but oh my goodness, that's going to be get cap. Yeah, get capped. Yeah, he's trying to have a little bit of damage onto Kyra. Yes, he's definitely gonna be gonna have to be careful there. That's not Kyrie, but it's Kyra. Zero May. You have the shadows. Oh, you got to be careful, Kyra. No, there's no flicker. He can flicker. He doesn't have to flicker. It's gonna be that. Yes, that's gonna be the first bite gift upon. And he did not even use a shadow kill. That's going to be Jerome May being able to perform. Now they have to rotate together onto the turtle. I feel like that's definitely a bad choice of move coming through from the Granger, man. But onto the other side, there's a lot of damage coming through from Super Cav onto the Hylos, and of course, this is what we were talking about. The clearance coming through from a Neve, you cannot really poke him out. But they're going to be able to start onto the turtle first, but here again, there might be a dive coming to Reaper, might be in trouble getting a lot of taunt here, and there, the Vengeance coming through as well. No level 4 for Insane, but it's going to be the one removed instead. The Fidesz are coming through as well. Super Cav trying to go for the run. They don't have their XP Leaner right now, but the chase is going on. There's going to be a damage coming coming through from Insane, able to take a high lows down. Zero May also falling yet again. The turtle will be going to the hands of Zero with 2 kills across the board for a Yi Shen. Not something you want to do here, but that was definitely a mistake coming through from the side, from the other side, because they were able to have a good stand up onto the turtle. But Reaper main, he decided to overstay a little bit. You cannot really do that when you are low on HP, even if you are the CC. But onto the bot lane side, that's going to be a bit of an interesting move coming through. Kyra, yeah, you don't want to lose again onto the laning phase because of he is a grinder after all. But right now, I think the rotation is going to be down bottom here for the airstrike coming through, the BMI for the safety. The stun is coming through as well. Super careful onto the chase. He does have the taunt. Trying to get the stun on the ring up on his man coming through as well. The slowdown coming through from Noir. He might not be able to survive for long. He's going to be able to jump away with the AOZ, but trying to go and decide to attack instead, and he'll be able to walk away. Super Cav still alive and kicking. There might be a little bit of an engage coming through with the Mountain Striker, but not much of a damage that is going to be able to stun out Kyra, able to walk away. But onto the mid lane side though, I think that's going to be a big rotation that's made by Reaper, trying to not let loose onto the most important turret here right now. But the bottom lane is where the fight is usually going to be brewing. Flicker is available for both of the mid laner and the gold laner here. The feather airstrike just being parked by Zero May. Very, very good decision that he is able to clear it out to the mid side as well. So one big resource being bought away, but it's going to be up before the turtle, so that's definitely an okay-ish performance. Onto the bottom lane though, there is going to be a ton, maybe a bit Noah. He's trying to go in, but there's going to be a damage, the basic duet coming through as well. Just for the clearance, he's able to create out the taunt coming through as well. The AOZ will be able to connect on time, and Kyra will be able to remove him, but Noah will be trading out with it with himself as well. But Kev trying to go for the run. He's trying to chase onto Seru, but he cannot really trade it out the death of his gold laner. But the turtle is going to be up in no point. Insane trying to survive away, flying in and the Reaper getting caught into the base of it all, trying to go for the cut and course, might be getting taken down. Kyra with another stack onto the Sky Beast as well, but Insane will be the one taken down again. And Zero May trying to go in, but Kyra will be taken down by MM. But this time around, it's going to be Mika Baby trying to go into the backlines. He does have a lot of damage, so Mountain Sucker coming through, and that's going to be the kill for Seiruk. That's a killing spree that he have right now onto the backline as well. Super Cav remove on the picture. MMM has to be careful, but Mika Baby, he doesn't have really ways to go in onto the mate. But the turtle, the second one of that, will be going into the hands of Seiru. Very dangerous dude. He's on a 304 scoring. That's a perfect KDA for a 5-minute Yi Sun, and you really, really want to have these onto the other side. But hey, I think there might be a little bit of a engage around the bottom lane here. I don't think this is okay. I feel like the rotation coming through from CRQ is definitely more of a responsive kind. Not CRQ, the red team. They are usually, yeah, they wanted to go for a responsive kind of place, but as a Hylos, you might want to go for the initiation most of the time because of the golden path, glorious pathway that you have. But it's okay because they are able to trade out carefully here. Onto the top lane side, I think the first turret will be gone to the bottom lane, so they might want to have to focus onto the top lane as well. Reaper is not very tanky this time around. Without the vengeance, he will not be able to survive anything of an onslaught. But the stun might be coming into even the side of Mika Baby. He's still around there, running all over the place. I think there's something with CRQ and Uranus, man. They love playing the Uranus, whoever the player is. Hey, that's going to be a stun coming through, but Super Cav, oh my goodness, taking out a lot of damage from Mika Baby. But AOZ onto the backline, that's going to be a flicker coming through from MM. He's trying to survive, able to walk away, but that's going to be a turret. They have to trade it out. Successful onto the taking for the turrets right now. Amazingly well done. They are cooking. But that's already a lot of poke coming through from MM, man. I think he have the holy. Okay, he have the glowing one already. He's gonna be needing the wishing lantern if he want that more damage. 14 stacks onto the sky piercer for Kyra, and I think Okay, never mind. That might be an engage coming to Ghost Power is committed as well. So Kev might be in trouble. Have the revitalize, able to survive, but not for long because Mika maybe tried to go in into the back lines. He's got the damage. It's done. One more hit what it takes for Seiyu to be able to take him down. It's gonna be a double kill. Reaper falling down as well. That's gonna be the RWM coming too, but the shadow kill will be able to help them get the damages done, but not enough to take anyone down. 2 for nothing. Yeah, that is gonna be another blue into the hands of CRQ, and they are able to take 2 dead bodies down again. The turtle is already up. I think they're trying to ignore the turtle, no? I don't think so. You need a turtle because you have a Granger and a Yi Chunshin. Yeah, they are gonna have to take the turtle here. Onto the other side, MM.
Blue team has
He
slain the turtle.
have no flicker, so he's gonna be a dead meat right now if he ults without his team's protection. Okay, unsuccessful steal onto the blue buff for Jerome. I think he cannot really do that, man. And of course, they don't have the defenses right now. Even Reaper. This is kind of the reason why I don't really like the CC into the XP lane, because usually as an XP laner you want to have a good frontliner and have a good dive as well. The CC does have a dive, but it's more of a damage kind of hero. I think if he was able to have that early game good, it could have worked because the CC does really have a good spell them too. But it's okay. They'll be able to come back to it if they have a little bit of a lead. But I know. I think the future is looking so bleak. They have to be dependent on how Get the Cap is able to give something away. The monsters are coming to the vengeance already popped. So that's going to be another resource bond from this side. As the IQ, they took away the vengeance here, so they are free to take and engage us anytime. So Mika Baby not gonna be dying anytime. So the stun coming through, that's gonna be the feather extra just for the zoning. Gav might be in trouble taking down RWM coming through as well. Not enough damage to take Kyra down. But onto the other side, that's gonna be a shadow kill coming through, but no, he will not be able to take anyone down. I think just with the Hunter Strike, you will not be able to do anything. This is a Hayabusa we are talking about. You need kind of 2 damages, but onto the other side, Reaper will be taken down instantly. That's going to be another kill onto the hands of Seiru. The Yi-Sensen doing really, really good here, man. I don't think there is a comeback potential for the other side here. Even though they have the Claude, they have double healing, but hey, double scaling. That's what we are talking about. Not the heal, it's the shield. It is the scaling. The Granger and the Yi Sensei already have a lot of farming to their side, and of course the first side as well, because he got the Genius Man. And if he does go for the Lightning Truncheon too, that is a very, very good damage bombardment. Yep. The Lord is gonna be up here. That's the 10-minute Lord. The first Lord, very primary and
Blue team has slain
not very healthy, but this is gonna be helping them sink into the lanes, have a good goal lead into the side as well. But they can be a defense. But Feather Airstrike to AOZ connecting onto Super Kev, not much of a tankiness he have with the high nose right now because of the fall that he suffered. Unless he is below, he can pull out a 5 that special. Never mind. Feather. Okay, I think they might be able to take on to the mid lane. Goes Power committed as well. The taunt coming to Mika Baby trying to go in into the backlines, joining away all the members, but he's taking out a lot of damage onto the top lane side. Noir able to get a kill onto Zero Mate. That's gonna be the Feather Airstrike coming to zoning anyone away. Reaper almost taken down away. RWM will be coming to as well. The basic to enter the backline. Not enough damage to take him down. The flicker coming to as well, but that's gonna be another flicker coming through from Insane. He's able to fly away perfectly on point, but Reaper will be not surviving. Seiru also getting it set down, but this might be possible, and because the base is completely wide open and CRQ, they're able to get the first game with a well clean decision making. Very proud of them to have this clean kind of course they have a bit of a mistake here and there, but hey, that was amazingly well done. Wow, surprising enough, Eve MM is not taken down even once. That is good, man, because for an EF with this kind of dive, oh wait, there's not much of a dive, never mind. And of course, Insane was more focused on to get the cap rather than MM, so that was a good calling. Seiru could have a good 606, man. He decided to die into the end, but it's okay. That was a good training system that they have, rather. We should go for another round, probably. Yes. Underdog team. Stay. Meepo. They have a change in their lineup. Wow. Prime.
Your team is banned.
I really want under the team of the red side. Juicy and Ben, okay. I know what this team is doing at this point. They don't want to play the Jushin. They hate the Jushin main. Hilda,
Your team is banning.
Yuzong, is it? I would like to see Seiryu on an assassin though, not the Yishin this time. Even Jerome was performing so good until the Hayabusa, but yeah, he don't have gold.
Your team is banned.
What should this be then? Sora? Is it gonna be a Sora? Gap the cab. Sora or an Esmeralda? Esmeralda is very situational band, but you might want to ban out the situationals onto the second last two bats. So this should be a Sora ban. And possibly an Eve? Nah, you wanna give the Eve out and try to play the jungle because I think Zero may have the potential to go for the assassins again. Grok is still available. Okay, Sora again, and can be a Grok too. I don't know. I don't think these should be a Lapu ban, man. They can ban another hero today and play the Lapu lover for themselves. Never mind, they can play the Lapu. They can ban out the Lapu here because that hero is disgusting.
Your team.
Oh, they banned away the uses, and there we go. Don't tell me this is a Grok band too. This be a Grok band, no? Or the Kalea. Oh, the Kalea. Nah, Kalea is not a good first pick. Hilda already banned. Lapu. Oh wait, they shouldn't ban the Lapu here. Just ban the Grok at this point. Or, oh, maybe an assassin. What? They want to ban the Lapu? Okay, no problem. Okay, this should be a Grok. Or the Eve. Yeah, that could be a big thing. But if they first pick out the Eve, I think Zirame will just pull out some of the assassins, and that's gonna be a death sentence for the Eve. For an Eve. Alright. Insane first up was definitely one thing, but maybe try another this time. There's not much of a good mazes here at this point, I think. The Valentina is out there, but the Valentina is very situational. When you see the Grok or the Sora, you want to play out the Valentina. Wow, that is an Alice first pick, huh? Okay, amazing. I wouldn't expect an Elise to be picked first here. So this should be bad for to go for the Eve now, right? So he wouldn't be able to play the Eve against this Elise already. But if you still want to go for a safer choice, I think that's it. But the Versa is also still out there, but you cannot really first pick out the Versa too. So these can be an assassin pick for Jerome. Other than that, what is good against the Elise? Tamus? But do you want to play out the Tamus here? Maybe try it out, you know? Or Esmeralda? I don't think Esmeralda can win or lose. Oh wow, they really went for the Tamus. Okay. This can be an Eve now for CRQ. Oh wow, never mind. I forgot about the Kimi. But the problem with the Kimi is that the Tamus can just bring the vengeance. Nevertheless, this can also open out a lot of flex picks, so they can eventually go for a little bit of a fighter into the gold lane, because it is still a thing. Because if you have a good late game scaling hero, you can go for that. But never mind, they want to play out the Granger again. No problem, Kyra. I think I need a bit of a practice just under the Granger. No problem with that. So Zero May, I think they can. Oh wait. He can't pick out the assassins right now. Oh wait, if you don't pick it out, it's gonna be banned away. And if you pick it too, it's gonna be countered out because there's no rumor pick here yet. Okay, there we go. Safer choice. Do you wanna go for the Farsa? Still a good range for MM. Against Kimi, you wanna go for those kind of combination where you don't get outranged. You wanna outrange the Kimi instead and not get him the free hitting. So it's usually good for them to go for those assassins against the Kimi, and the Farsa too, very good choice. And against the Granger as well, it's a definite one. So this is also the reason why I was talking about the assassins ban here. Because Yorame hasn't picked out his assassins, it's definitely going to be banned away by CRQ too. And I think they might eventually also ban away the Hayabusa. Yeah, they can do that too, but okay. Zerame, they can ban another Roma here because I think they want to trade out the jungles right now. They can't play the tanky jungles here. It's actually better for CRQ to play the utility into the jungle because there's no burst yet for the other side. So what should be a ban? Just ban out the Romas at this point. Kalea can come through too, but there's no combination with the Kalea, so they can let it go. Hylos, not a really good choice. Okay, they want to ban out the utility. There was a possibility for the side of CRQ instead. A good read. Yeah, they should ban away another jungle here. If they ban out the... Oh wait, Fanny, can Jerome play the Fanny? There's no lockdown yet for CRQ. I can actually play the Fanny, but they can ban it also. But if they are not sure if the Fanny can be let go, they can ban away the Hayabusa too, no problem. Okay, they want to ban out the Lancelot instead. Oh, okay, this should be an assassin. not assassin, a utility for the side of CRQ because the Basha is still there. If they want to try out the Barras also, no problem. But yeah, pretty sure they wouldn't want to. Yeah, the cap. This can be another choice of. Oh wait, they cannot go for a cloth now because there is an Elise. Oh, Nathan, bit too against the Kimi. The Nathan, actually, Nathan can be outskilled by the Kimi if the game gets early.
Your
But
team
into the
is
late
picking.
game, Nathan always wins out, so there's no saying it's kind of a 50-50 situation. You have to have a free hit from both sides, but Nathan have the better burst than the Kimi, so that is gonna be something here. So Basha, is it gonna be? I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be needing a little bit of a dive for the Nathan too, so a room. Kalea is still out there, but against this Kalea. Wait, against the Grog, the Khalid usually comes through. Oh, the Khalid can come through here. Wow, nice pick onto the Fanny. Okay, they want the Khalid instead
Your
of the
team is
Khalid.
picking.
The Khalid would be so good here, man. But it's kind of big now because they are forcing out the Purify to come through from the side of Cap the Cap, and it's gonna have to need that Purify all the time. And if he don't have the flicker, the Fanny is definitely gonna be feeding on him. So now I think CRQ have only front line that they can play around with as Mika Baby. So Zero May, you don't need a utility man, you need an assassin. There is a 1, 2, 3 there, I say, dive. Just pick out the Hayabusa, bro. Wait, you can't pick out the Hayabusa against the Kalea. Oh no, this is bad. They ban away the Lancelot too. Oh jeez. Okay, Lucas, not a big fan. But yeah, Lucas kind of have a lot of damage, that's definitely gonna be a good option here. So let's see how this really goes because I like the Samus to lane against Elise, but there's no saying to the XP lane, man. You kind of win it out with your skill set, with your micro capability. So that's how it's coming through for all the teams here like that. But onto the goal lane side, this should be a winning lane for Kyra, but if he cannot really win it out, he have to wait for Insen to have a good rotation together with Noir. That's what they want to play for. So eventually, Super Kev, I think he is he's amazing onto the Grog, so I'm pretty sure he'll be able to pull something off again and again. So let's see. Oh, that's a tanky emblem for Noir. He want to survive for a long, long time. Usually on a Kalea, you might want to take away all those, what do you call it? Support emblems so that you'll have a bit of a good cooldown and then
Reaches the battlefield.
heal, the heal as well. But it didn't come up, so it's, yeah. Second game of the best of 3 series. I'm pretty sure it's best of 3. Yeah, it's again dependent on who's gonna be winning into the mid lane side. In Sen, I think it's gonna be Freezed, of course, because that is Ingrogged with the wall. No level 1. Oh wait, no level 2 for Ensign right now onto the Kimi here. But that's a lot of poke coming through from Noir. He did miss out onto 1 goal here, but that's gonna be a lot of passive. He's already burned down. Forced out to recall, they might lose onto this. Yeah, they might lose onto the Lethal Wanderer here. Okay, Reaper already rotating, so that's gonna be a miss. Oh, Noir, got to be careful, man. Okay, that's a big flicker already wasted out by the Kalea. That's gonna be Wings One Wings coming through from MMN trying to get a kill onto Noir, I presume, but he won't be able to because that's gonna be a stun coming through as well. A good clearance for MM and Super Kev. So they can utilize you can actually utilize onto those mid lane clearance potential that you usually have and have a good rotation onto the lane so that you'll have a good winning lane. Most of the time you want to go for the winning lane so that you'll be able to pressure onto that lane, but hey, that might be a jump coming through from the Fanny. So Rule, I think he's really not having the mana. Yeah, there's no energy for him right now, but that was a close call for MM. But this is also the reason why you cannot really let go of a Fanny. You have a lane pressure most of the time, but they might be engaged on the 3 members. That's going to be Noir without the flicker, taken down. Zero May with the first kill will be able to remove him. So now the turtle is already at level 4 for Seru as well. He does have the retribution on point, but Supercaf without their rumor, I think they will not be able to go for engage unless you go for a good steal. That's going to be disgusting, but right now there might be an engage coming through. Able to take Insane down, but the turtle is going to be into the hands of Zero May right now. That's why there's going to be Beast unleashed upon Mika Baby will be taken down as well, but this is going to be Noir into the midst of it all, taken down very low, and that's going to be 3 kills, 4 in total coming through from this side of the red team, and they'll be able to walk away winning it all. The situation with Avani is that you usually don't want to go for the contest onto the turtle most of the time, but hey, there is a lot of damage coming through from Zero May onto this Lucas. I think for a Lucas, he kind of need that early game damages, early game win onto the turtle. That's where he can go rampant. And that's also sadly where the Fanny kind of lose it out onto the mid side, though that might be a further S recommend to onto Noir. He got to be careful against it. Usually the Kalea is, you have to be the one re-engaging onto the Kalea most of the time when you are low and behind onto gold. But most of the time the initiation can come through from 2, but then again he's gonna be needing the damage coming through from the Kimi as well, so they have to wait it out for it a little bit. But Cap this time around very careful onto this Nathan. He knows that he's gonna be a very, very late gamey hero, if late gamey is a word. He will have to wait for his time to come through and stay into the lane as long as possible, because he have the better scaling in comparison to Kyra right now. But Noir, on the other hand, spotting out where Supercap is going to be going. This is the problem of a Grok. You cannot really carry onto his rotation because of the fast movement speed that he have, and also the seals coming through most of the time as well. Insane though will be getting solo into the mid lane side. Able to get all that kill. The cables are coming through without the blue buff. I don't think it's going to be going in, but there's going to be a tsunami going through as well. The wall spam might be not connecting onto anyone right now, but hey, that was a good disengagement coming through from Super Kev. Now they might be losing out onto the blue buff. They're going to be needing Mika Baby to be into here, but no blue buff for Seiru right now, so the Fanny is never not going to be available for a minute or so. The turtle is gonna be coming through here right now. They might go for a sneaky steal, but it's gonna be Reaper. The guy without the retribution will be able to take it down, but yeah, this point of the time, I think it's more. Wait for the airstrike again. Insane taken down. There's gonna be M&M trying to walk away yet again with the wings by wings, able to fly away the second time in a row. Insane. It's not having the best time of his life, but onto the top lane side, there might be a re-engagement coming to Reaper, trying to go in onto Serial right now, but he does have the countenance, trying to use it, and that's going to be another solo kill up on top. Wow. How many times you will see a Tamu solo killing a Fanny? Because most of the time the Tamus usually fare well against those kind of melee heroes who doesn't jump around here, and there are immobile heroes, but this is a complete different scenario. To the other side though, Super Kev, he's trying to give out a lot of reason as much as possible, and he does know that he have the damage onto the hands of MM also, so he can go for the sets most of the time. Now they want to focus onto the bottom lane side, but Kyra this time around very aware of how the map is looking like, so he knows that he cannot go for a massive play too, but onto the other hand, there's gonna be a jump coming through the traction post connecting as well. That's gonna be a shutdown coming through for Kyra right now. They try to go for Super Kev yet again, but they have the damage. No much of a hit will be coming through onto the Grok right now, still able to survive. So finally a shutdown for the side of CRQ, but onto the other hand, there's gonna be another kill. Reaper trading out his life to kill out of the Fanny yet again. Seiru, that's gonna be so tilting for him, but the blue buff, oh man. That is a trade that Reaper is going to be taking any day. You might want to trade out the blue buff and the deaths of a Fanny for your XP laner. And there we go. They are completely handicapping the Fanny right now. So this kind of means that Gap the Cap is definitely going to be having a longevity of his time right now. Kyra not connecting onto the stuns right now, might be able to take anyone down, but that's going to be a cable helping Seiru fly away. So that was a good engage, but onto the other hand, that's going to be Reaper onto the midst of it all, trying to get a damage on Grok, trying to go in. There's going to be a sort of Rune coming through, 3 members getting stunned down, but he's going to be taken down as well. Mika Baby will be falling down too, but there's going to be a tsunami going through as well. Kyra, I think he have the damage. No, it's actually Insane, but Noir will be taken down, but onto the other hand, to the backline, Super Kev will be removed as well. Seiru without the blue buff, not trying to re-engage, but he did what he had to do, trading out The death of a two member with just one, and at least that's what the compensation that they were looking for. The turtle is already up again. That's the third time around, and I'm pretty sure it might eventually go into the hands of Zerome. They don't have their jungler, I mean the rumor to have a scout out onto the bushes. This is actually the reason why I kind of prefer the Khalid to come through for CRQ, because if we compare it together, the Elite is already very good, but they need another frontliner that can scout out the bushes and match up the rotation from the Grok. And on paper also the Khalid is a direct counter for a Grok, not because he can counter out all the skills that the Grok have, but because he's able to reach out onto those rotations and the way that the Grok can open up the map. You can have that with the passive of the Khalid, but with the Kalia you can't do that. The Kalia is a go in and just commit kind of hero. So yeah, when you don't have the damages, it's kind of neutral down onto the combination. But right now I think Seiru might be in trouble, have to cable away, but Reaper, he's gonna be making a mistake, but Supercap able to get a kill onto NZ right now. They are trying to go in for more. There's gonna be a jump coming through, a flicker coming through from Kyra as well. They've cut through, not dishing out a lot of damage, but Zero May will be able to take him down instead, but that's gonna be a big suckdown coming through from Kyra right now. He's trying to go for the chase onto Supercap, but that's gonna be Cap the Cap going in with the entropy, able to take Kyra down. The wall's coming to Mika baby. Will not be surviving. That's gonna be the last hit coming through from MM, with the first are able to take him down. This means that CRQ, they are struggling. They don't have the goal lead. They are 6k gold down. And at this point of the time, even though they got a set down onto Jerome for the hands of Kyra, Gap the Cat was the one who got the kill back, so that's an equal trade out. And against Nathan, you don't want to trade equally. You want to have him so behind onto the goal. And this dude is 1-0-1 onto the score. As 0 that Nathan is still scary. At 5 dash, Nathan is also still scary. And this guy is on 0 dash, so that's definitely going to be something that they have to work on. Gap the Cat is going to be the focus for the side of Seru right now, but he cannot really do that because he usually don't have the blue buff. But right now, I think he has the blue, so he can go for it. Because if he doesn't, that's going to be becoming a big problem into the late game. He's also 1k ahead of Kyra too, so that's a big one. But hey, there might be a little bit of an engage coming through from Reaper right now, not going in full, because he knows that the Lord is definitely going to be more important than going for the kills, but they cannot really blitz down to the Lord right now. Wait, do they wanna? Okay, they don't know the position of Seru though. Okay, he's out into the vision, so now they can blitz out the Lord. That's gonna be taken away by Zero May right there. But the wall is coming through. Super Cav trying to charge in. That's gonna be a damage coming through. Noir taken down instantly. But hey, Seru on the other side with the walls coming through. He's able to get the cap down. That's the one thing that you want to focus on. That's the time removed. The feather airstrike coming through. That's an immunity coming through again. Make a baby not able to sustain that much of a magic damage coming through from the fire side right now. But the lawyer is going to be melting into the bottom lane side. But they are able to trade 1-1, 1-2. Okay, still in favor for the red team. Okay. This is definitely going to be into the hands of the Fanny now. The more he is able to get a kill onto Gap the Cap, that's Nathan, the better it is for his team to go in for place. And there's also one fact that Instant hasn't been able to get a good positioning too. That's the problem. He's on concentrated energy. He's going to be needing more damage than that. But onto the other side, that's going to be, a damage coming to me. That was a super weak connection or composition. Position coming through from him. That was a good tsunami slam from Nora. Instead, he was able to jump away. Super Kev, what are you? Oh my goodness, that was not on a plan, man. You kind of have, that's a big resource being burnt away. CRQ showing signs of life right now, but they are trying to engage on the Reaper here. The damage is in, there's a wall coming through as well, but Nora will not be able to survive. That's going to be Mika Baby not going in. The traction pulse will be connecting as well. There's some coming through the beast. He's trying to go in, it's the beam. With the damage, and able to take instant down. Mika Baby next onto the line. Kyra might be in trouble yet again. Does have the flicker, able to walk away, and he's still able to be saved down by Seiru going in, trying to get all those kills, but he will be instantly deleted from the picture. Oh my goodness, that's not a good fight for the side of CRQ. They shouldn't take they shouldn't have taken, because the beast this time around, Jirame, onto the Naruto, he's not really going to be dying anytime soon. He's going to be getting the instant lockdown unless he got the lockdown. If they got the lockdown and then it's stun, it's definitely not going to be a problem. Oh my goodness, Captain Cab! What was that damage? He was able to get the entropy onto Kyra without the flicker, and he'll be able to take him down. Okay, at this point, I think it's definitely a good game for the side of get the cap. Yeah, he's already got the damages items. He got the holy crystal. Yeah, he also already got the holy crystal. I think he got it at the 11th minute of the game. Yeah, that is a very, very fast holy crystal. 3 item per aspect already coming through. Meanwhile, onto the other side, I think Kyra does have the damages, but he cannot really sustain all those coming through from Gap the Cap. Oh my goodness, Noir. He was there caught into a middle, will be taken down instantly. I don't think anyone can kill Gap the Cap now. Yeah, I think. Oh wait. Siru, if he's able to find a good positioning in the boss man, I think that's definitely gonna be it. Now that he have the blood wings, he's gonna be having an extra sustain and the movement speed as well. If the wings is popped, if the seal is popped, but yeah, CRQ should let go of this lord. The second lord taken down by Zerome, and they cannot really do anything about it because he's only level 14, and even if he tried to go in for a contest, I don't think he'll be able to do that. And I also think that Gap the Cap, he kind of knows that he's gonna be the target right now, so he's not walking on any bushes. He's not making the same mistake twice. So props to him for his awareness. They can't sing the lane though. Okay, that's gonna be a cutthroat, not much of a damage coming through from the side of Seiru right now. Noir might be caught in the midst of it all. He's gonna be tsunami slamming someone, but he cannot really do that, Noir. He's gonna be taken very low now. The beast is coming through as well. The wall is get in. He have no flicker here right now. He's still gonna be trying for the chase. Reaper though will be getting him to the mid lane side. That's gonna be a damage coming through. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be Seiru trying to go in. He got set down onto Reaper right now. Sort of Rune coming through as well. Zerame will be taken down too. He's gonna be able to get into the walk into the middle side, but Gap the Cap, he might be in trouble. Does have the Purify, but he will be getting slowed down. One more damage, and that's gonna be Mika Baby able to get the set down. Okay, Kyra, he's got to be careful there. He does have the Rondo, but right now it's gonna be MM. He have the Wings by Wings as well, the only survivor for the red side. That was actually gonna be getting good for the side of CRQ. Hey, amazingly well done. But onto the other side, hey, okay, he's not gonna be spotted. Oh my goodness, that was so close. So in size of live CRQ, they are able to get the mid lane finally. Okay, that's gonna be the BOD for Kyra. The Granger will be able to start the damages though. I think he have a good stack, 26. Yeah, that's amazing. That's actually good enough. Mika Baby, I think he's gonna be needing a little bit more sustain because he wasn't able to sustain out the Farsa too. And okay, there we go. He got the Athena, so that's gonna be a big one. Noir, on the other hand, has been having a 7. Not the best one if you ask me, but that's a Calais. I mean, you can die 10 times and make a good pool, like the best tsunami slam, and that's what it takes to win the game too. So they can actually do that. And I feel like at this point, they should keep track on the Purify from Gap the Cap because he's gonna be the main target here. And if we get a good tsunami slam on him, that is also gonna be a winnable game for them. Zerome though, he's on a full damage build. Of course, he's gonna be having a bit of a sustain with the War X, but there is a fact that when the beast form is actually popped, you kind of have a lot of damage, and just the beam is the last hit. It's like the sky piercer of the ultimate, but we'll see how the full damage beast will be working out here, because this time around the Lord might eventually be contested by CRQ because they also have a level 15 right now. But Super Kev though getting out the immunes here, trying to give out a little bit of a vision for his team, and we're also running around the picture and not letting anyone spoil his ultimate though. The Fanny does need to have the blue buff. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of damage coming through from MM. There's going to be a jump coming through as well, but there might not be an engage yet because they have to slow down just a little bit because the Lord's going to be out. The Traction Pulse still hold on. Oh my goodness! Oh, Super Cav, he missed out onto the tech charge. It's going to be the Traction Pulse not connecting onto anyone right now, but without the tech charge, there's going to be leading out a lot of damage here. But hey, onto the other side, there's going to be a Thoros coming through onto the other side, but Reaper will be taken down by Kyra. The Beast Form coming through as well. Zero. He might be in trouble, taken very low. That's half the eyes. But he have the ways to try to survive yet again. The Fanny trying to come in, but Kyra will be able to grab a killing spree. MM getting kill onto Noir as well, but he'll be able to take Mika baby down too. Still, Kyra and Insane are surviving. Their frontliners are actually gone, but it's going to be Saber to the backlines, able to take MM down. It's going to be a big set down, and now they are free to take the Lord here. A good engage and a good kiting coming through from Seiru onto the Fanny.
Blue team has
It would have been looking so good for the red side. If Super Cap had the ultimate, he wasted the tech charge onto air. Yeah, he was trying to get a pick off onto Mika baby, I presume. Oh my goodness, that was amazingly well done by CRQ though. Now they have a way to end the game here because I think they do have a lot of damage onto the hands of Kyra and Insane now, and if they are unable to get that last hit, then Zero can come through too. And there's also one fact that the red side cannot really have a good lining, a good sync off to the lane because they don't have a hero that can go into the other lane. It should have been Reaper, but I don't think he was able to do that. But now for CRQ, it looked good because they have a hero that can play onto the long lanes, and that is going to be the Fanny. But the other good thing, oh, never mind, there's going to be a Tsunami Slam connecting onto Noir right now, but it's going to be Reaper taken down. And that's going to be another damage onto Kyra. He's trying to go in. There's going to be a flicker wasted again. MM have to walk away. But Kyra with the eyes onto perfect timing, able to walk in. He does have a chase out onto the damage. So he's still able to survive with 1 HP. But no! Mika baby will the one trading it out. Insane will be taken down as well. That's going to be 3 kills down the line for CRQ. Oh, man.
red team base turret has been destroyed.
Okay, they did crack out onto the inhibitors. That's 2 inhibitors down with 1 lore. But I feel like 3 died because they were trying to protect Kyra, who went in. Yep. Nevertheless, this is gonna be them marching into the bed line. There's gonna be Captain Cap might be in trouble. There's gonna be a stun coming through as well. The immortality coming through, but Entropy will be popped just to take out onto the mid inhibitor right now. Wow, there's a lot of damage coming through with the first sound. The Feather Airstrike 1 hit onto Seiru, and he was low onto HP. 1 minute for the Lord. They still have time to get all the farms up. The thing about the red team is that they do have ways to... Wait, never mind. That might be a 1v1 situation happening for Reaper as well as Seiru. I think they're trying to go in for more, but hey, he did bait it out onto the countenance, so that's dead, I think. But he also used out the retribution though. Every resources except for Noir and MM is available. So they do have the flickers. The damage dealers have the flicker for the side of CRQ, so they can play a little bit aggressive. But Noir has to be the one who goes for the engage though. He need to have an engage on to get the cap. But the problem again is that if get the cap have the purify, I don't think it will be a successful kill. So it should be into the hands of Seiru if he should go for the Natana or not. Because that should be a good bait, but onto the other side, there's going to be a wall coming to the Texas coming to as well. The flicker saving Mika baby, trying to help him survive. Reaper onto the other hand might be getting caught in the midst of it all. Noir able to walk away, but Super Cap dishing out, dealing a lot of damage onto the other side. The Fanny coming through, but Instant will be able to grab a kill onto Reaper right now. This is going to be a set coming to as well. MMM might be in trouble. The ice coming to as well. This is going to be a immortality bottom time for Zero May, but how long will he survive? Because there's a damage coming through from Kaida already. With the snaps coming through with the stats sonatas, he's able to chunk down the HPs of everyone coming in front of him. Only the one surviving, the 2 surviving member will be here, but MM, he don't have the time to recall. The entropy coming through, that's gonna be a good clearance coming through as well. Captain Cap have to survive, but the minions are gonna be pouring in. MM back into the picture here. He does not really have the Feather Airstrike, but he does have it now. He'll be able to clear it away, but Kyra will be able to end the game with the hit onto the turret. A good whip pick comeback coming through from the side of CRQ.
Victory!
That was a close call, I would say. It was almost a win game for other side. Look at that rating. Super Cav will be the MVP. Dude played it well. But Kyra, though he was the one with the scaling, I'm pretty sure that if they weren't able to get a kill onto that engage, onto Reaper, I think they would still have a lose out. Because Mika Baby at that point wasn't that tanky. And he was trying to go into the backlines most of the time. Of course, that is what you really want to do. But Nora also have a good tsunami slam onto the lower member. You know, most of the time when you see a Thomas, you don't usually go for an engage on him. But then the damage coming through from Incent and the Kyra was already enough to take him down. So I think that it was a good decision you want to go for. This is what I was talking about with the Kalea. You're going to be struggling with the early games, but when you have a good pull on the perfect member on the perfect time, I think that's pretty sure why you really want to go there. But good game, CRQ underdog team. Na, na,